people don't like new things, which is fine and predictable, but it's very problematic when everyone who's running the country is 900 years old. They don't understand things like ride-sharing and cryptocurrency, so they want to destroy it or control it. They're like a geriatric version of a horrible boyfriend. Even former President Trump has spent the last 3 days blasting Bitcoin. Today on Stuart Varney, number 45, said this.
The currency of this world should be the dollar. And I don't think we should have all of the Bitcoins of the world out there. I think they should regulate them very, very high. Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world.
Mr. President, with all due respect, the dollar is a scam. It's an overregulated fiat currency pumped out by a central bank that has nothing but IOUs to back it up. Bitcoin's creation code required only 21 million Bitcoins ever be produced. As of February of this year, 18,638 of those 38,000 and some of those sneaky digital bastards have been mined, leaving 2.362 million out there in the ether waiting for my hot dog fingers to theoretically grasp them. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies can't be tracked. They are encrypted. And this drives the DC gummers out of their silver minds. President Trump wants it to yield to the dollar. President Biden likes ice cream. And Janet Yellen wants to regulate the live and spit out of it so IRS agents can sift through your Coinbase account or other wallets and steal and manipulate your hard-earned money to pay for Bernie Sanders' nocturnal commissions. I cleaned that up. That's why people are drawn to crypto. Taxation is theft, and they've been pilfered and buggered into exasperation. Plus, with wild speculation and a way to cash in on these moody swings, which have historically only gone to the country club elites, they might have a way to create wealth that has nothing to do with who you know, and it can be done in private. A few banks realize crypto is not being bullied into submission anytime soon. Morgan Stanley finally offering wealth management clients access to Bitcoin, because why should the Al Cherviks of investment have all the fun? NFL player Russell Okung, he converts half of his salary to Bitcoin through a firm called Strike, which is the same platform El Salvador is using to potentially make Bitcoin their legal tender. Fun. It's also accepted at Overstock, PayPal, Etsy, Starbucks, Whole Foods, and Home Depot. Crypto is not a scam. It does not require a centralized theft, and it is here to stay. So don't be paralyzed by an army of grandparents and let go of your FOMO. And that's the memo. The feds are itching to regulate cryptocurrency, but as more banks, companies, and Americans embrace it, will lawmakers take the hints and get out of the way? Here to discuss, venture capitalist and the Bitcoin Foundation chairman, Brock Pierce. Welcome back, Brock.
Thank you so much for having me. And what an incredible primer opener. You are so on point. So well said. What a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm always disheartened to hear former and current politicians who don't really understand cryptocurrency to begin with, or the appeal to it, especially for first-time investors, dismissing it as something that needs to be pushed out of the way entirely, or something that needs to be regulated so they can just make another tax grab. What are we supposed to do?
Well, it's dangerous and arguably reckless when people start to opine on the future when they don't understand it. Though it's understandable, it's human nature to fear that which we don't understand. But the way that we conquer fear is with knowledge. Our elected officials, our civil servants, those that are in a position to govern, need to do their work. They have to be in touch with present reality. They need to have their finger on the pulse. People like Mayor Suarez from Miami,
yes,
that mayor gets it. And we need more of our elected officials doing the work to understand it. And we probably need people that are more in touch with present reality, that come from a generation where they actually understand technology. Technology is changing the world faster and faster, and you have to have the vision or the foresight to know how to navigate it. The future is going to happen to you or with you, and the future belongs to the bold.
I agree completely. So why are certain countries talking about having their own digital currency as insurance for them and their central banks to try and stave off any other investors seeking cryptocurrency?
Well, that's better than just dismissing it. At least they're acknowledging that technology is important and potentially has a role to assist their government, enhance the quality of their services. And as you pointed out, El Salvador is looking to make it its legal currency, or at least to legalize it as currency, amongst other things. But if we go back in time, Japan has already said that Bitcoin is legal currency. This is not a new trend. And it's not just Morgan Stanley. It's JP Morgan. It's Visa, MasterCard, BNY Mellon. These major financial institutions do not associate their brands lightly. For these major financial institutions to associate their brand with Bitcoin clearly says that this is real and it's not going away. And it's not a matter of if or what or how. We can't stop change. Change is a constant in the universe. The question is, how do we adapt to it? How do we ride the wave of change so that we, the people, are the beneficiaries of it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the most exciting things about this. And that was some of the criticism that Anonymous, the group, leveled at Elon Musk, saying, you know, you're now just a rich old guy who wants attention. Stop manipulating the price of Bitcoin with your irresponsible tweets. Does Elon Musk really have that much sway over cryptocurrency?
Well, Elon Musk has created an incredible following because of the work done with electric cars and SpaceX and going to Mars and boring companies and satellites and telecom, that there are a lot of people that look up to him. And with that kind of power comes great responsibility. And his tweets in this case were reckless. And I hope that he's learned a lesson from all of this, because he is in a position to facilitate major positive change in the world. But you have to do the work, just like our elected officials. Do not talk about things that you do not understand. You can cause incredible harm to the people that follow you and the world at large. Certainly, if you're in a position of government or one that has a following like he has, I pray that he's learned something from this, because we all make mistakes. That's part of life. But we also have an opportunity to learn from these lessons, because all can be forgiven. And I hope he's learned something, because
I bet he will. He's probably watching right now, and he's going to tweet out something positive. So all of our Bitcoin goes up. Woo! Brock, thank you so much. Always good to talk to you.
Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful day.
You too.